Hey, this is the Trendy Socialite. I hope all is well with you. This is my first installment in my new series, It's the God in Me. I'm really excited about this series. I've been thinking and praying and just asking God to really give me something that is relevant and something that will help anyone that watches this video or these coming videos. Today, I sort of wanted to, I guess, set the tone for this series. Although this series, to me, is for anyone, because I'm a woman, it's definitely geared towards women, because I do feel like that is part of my mission, is to bring the lady back. I just really feel with all of the media images out there, with the behavior of young girls today, that is something that is sorely needed in our community. The Bible talks about the older women are here to train and to teach the younger women. And not saying that I'm old, but I do feel some responsibility to share my beliefs, my opinions, to my way of thinking a little bit with, other women, and what I believe, what I believe God would sort of have women that are coming up in today's society to think about and to consider as they make decisions regarding their lives. I gotta say that I am somewhat disillusioned with what young girls and younger women believe being a lady is all about. I'm just going to say this. It is not that Barbie movement that is predicated or that is being perpetuated out here by artists like Nicki Minaj and people like that. I read an article that there needs to be more Nikki Giovanni's being created rather than Nicki Minaj's, meaning, people that are genuine, true to themselves, that are creative and artists, not manufactured fake images with fake hair, nothing against weaves and wigs, because I wear them and rock them, but I don't even know who Nicki Minaj is. Her interviews seem contrived, her persona seems contrived. You wonder what she's like behind closed doors, what her personality is really like, because all you see is this image. And we have so many younger women and younger girls wanting to be like that and playing being a woman or a lady or a Barbie. But one, Barbie is a doll. 2, Barbie is fake. 3, Barbie is not anatomically correct. So why you would want to model yourself after a fictitious, anatomically incorrect doll is sort of beyond me. But anyway, so what I really wanted to talk to you about is what I feel like a lady really is. And I'm basically going to give you an acronym using the word lady. So first thing is, I feel like a lady is a leader. A lady is someone that has a definite core set of beliefs and values and governs her life, her decisions, and her choices based on that core belief system. And that's what leaders do. She's not easily swayed by other people's opinions and opinions of her or opinions of her situation. But also a good leader does have a support system and a network of people that are close to her that can advise her on situations. So I feel like a lady is definitely a leader. She marches to her own drummer, if you will. She creates her own style. She may follow a trend or two, but she always puts her spin on it. She is a leader, not a follower. And I know that seems like a cliche, and for the younger women watching it, you hear your parents telling you that all the time, you know, be a leader, not a follower. And it's very true. One thing is always interesting is just to see just the almost cloning of young women now, and there's such a lack of individuality because we are so governed and dictated to by what the media thinks is beautiful, and so we're not allowed a lot of times to create our own definition of what is beautiful and what we deem beautiful. But a lady who is a leader does that. And which leads me to the A, and that is a lady is assured. She is assured of who she is. She is assured of whose she is. And she's assured of what she is and what she has and what she brings to the table. And you can tell this assurance by the way she carries herself, by her speech, which is articulate and thoughtful. There is a scripture in Colossians, it's Colossians 4:6, and it says, "Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each person." And quite frankly, that's something that I struggle with, and something that God sort of has to work with me on and be patient with me about. But a lady is assured, an assured lady does have a speech that is that's gracious. That doesn't mean that she doesn't get her point across. That doesn't mean that she's weak. It just means that she gets her point across in a gracious way. She's also assured in the way she walks, meaning that you walk, as my Aunt Sadie says, you glide. You walk with your head up. You walk with your shoulders back. It doesn't mean that you're sticking your chest out, you know, anything fake like that. It just means that you walk erect, that you stand tall as you are, whether that's 5 feet or whether that's 6 feet. You still stand as tall as you are. And that will attract people to you. You'll be surprised. People will take notice when you walk with purpose and with direction, and like you know where you're going, even if you may be totally lost. She's also assured in the way that she sits. The one thing that tears my nerves to pieces now is to witness the way young women sit. You are not to sit with your legs gaped open, even if you have on pants. There is a way that you should sit. And so a lot of times for me, even when I'm in less formal settings, I still sit that way. I practice sitting that way so that when I am in a situation where it counts, so to speak, or where I know people are looking, my legs are sort of trained to sit like that. There are a couple of things to keep in mind in terms of manners and etiquette regarding that. If you're on some sort of platform, stage, pulpit is a good example of that, and you're sitting sort of elevated, you really, 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 really should not cross your legs, which is what I'm doing right now. I don't know if you can see it, but you should always cross your ankles. And quite frankly, when all else fails, or when you can't think of how to sit, just cross your ankles. That's always appropriate. And one thing that you can do is sort of tilt your legs a little bit, because I know sometimes, depending on your size, depending on, sometimes even how in shape you are, it's hard to keep your legs, relatively closed. So if you sort of lean your legs a little bit, then they sort of kind of fall on each other, and it's not quite as hard to keep your legs closed.